Alright, YouTube, doing another Marvel Draft. Hopefully, this one goes way better than all the other ones. I've been kind of getting crushed. Just stuck in gold. I went 3-2 in the qualifier event. That was pretty fun. Obviously I wish I could have did a bit better. And I did throw one of those games that I lost, where I had the kill shot, I just didn't see it. It was a real bummer. Jennifer Walters, amazing first pick. I would not be mad about a Jennifer Walters first pick. I don't think there's enough non-creature artifacts for Iron Man Titan of Innovation to be crazy. And even if we get all the artifact picks, I don't think it's hitting that hard. So, looking for white cards. Brave Brawler's really good. I wouldn't mind taking Titania here, but I think that puts us... It like incentivizes us a little too much to pick black. And I think if I fall into black, I'm in a rough spot. Whereas if we give Titania to somebody else and they pick Titania, maybe we see less black cards and a bit more white cards. You know, my goal is to be white and then either white green or white blue. And maybe splashing green for this ability, which is pretty crazy. Your opponents can't cast spells during your turn. Whenever a creature you control is dealt damage, you may have the sensational She-Hulk deal that much damage to any target. Do this only once each turn. Pretty crazy ability. Maybe we take Titania's second pick. Echo, I think, might be the strongest card here. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is obviously really good, but at common, I think we take Echo and then hope that we see another Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. somewhere throughout the pack. Echo being able to copy Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is pretty strong. Crowd of True Believers. Whoa. Destroy all blocking creatures. Is that worth splashing red? I think Super Soldier Serum is just a better card here, but Fight to the Death is really interesting. The thing about these comic instants, I've seen a couple of these, is like they're cards that when you get off are really cool, but if you never get off are just kind of lame. I'm between Trickster's Stratagem and Shield Spy Kit here. And Shield Spy Kit is like really strong curve on Brave Brawler, and then give Brave Brawler Super Soldier Serum once Jennifer Walters is in play, or if we have like a Patriot later on. I think is also a pretty strong play. Because it's like, do I take out the Brave Brawler who has lifelink and a huge enchantment, or do I take out Jennifer Walters, who's making it so I can't cast spells during their turn and might eventually turn into She-Hulk? Sometimes they'll be able to take out both, especially as we get higher up towards Gold and Platinum right now. Players around this range are used to picking a lot of instants and sorceries that deal with our creatures. Instants being a little less scary, given Jennifer Walters' ability, but still scary overall. I think Bold Biochemist just might be the stronger pick than Wakandan Drone Flock, and only because I think draw card effects are really powerful, and playing this guy on sits doesn't feel too bad. Yeah, I do think draw card effects are really powerful, but the thing with super intelligence is it's really easy to go away because it's attached to the feature. Having an extra card at the beginning of upkeep is nice, but it's like, please remove my creature, please remove my creature, is what playing that card feels like. Whereas Crowd of True Believers just gives us value immediately turn 3 when our turn 2 creature is attacking, if we get turn 2 creature, which is looking like we will because 3 of our 2 drops are creatures. So Wrath Security Officer feels really good here. Beast, I think, is just kind of mid. Captain Marvel, I do think we need to start selecting more flyers. This is the second Trickster stratagem we've seen. It has card draw effect. It has +1 effect. It's a really strong card, but I don't think I'd take it over Wrath Security Officer. Just staying open to the possibility that we're fully white-green and not white-blue. Just as we see here, we're seeing a lot of green. Pet Avengers feels go down 4 and 7. Hulkling feels pretty good. I think Pet Avengers is better. And then I think we take another Bold Biochemist for card draw effect. And then Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. wheeled back. Feels nice. And then I think we prioritize taking Crowd of True Believers. Really hoping that we get the 1, the 2, the 3. Oh, wow. Yeah. Just wow. That's incredible. For those who don't know, Captain America Shield Strike has first, well, Shield Strike. Captain America Super Soldier has first strike. Captain America enters with a shield counter on him. As long as Captain America has a shield counter on him, you and other heroes you control have hexproof. This is a very busted card. I still think we want to be aware that white-green is a play here, and possibly go Khazar. But we don't have enough flyers. We also don't have enough ways to interact with our opponent. We have a lot of ways to scry, so maybe we take Giant Size Flying Hand, commit ourselves to white-blue. I think we take another Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. here over Wakandan Drone Flock. Feels bad skipping like 3 Wakandan Drone Flocks, but we really do want the Crowd of True Believers, a 2-drop, preferably Brave Brawler, into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or Captain America Super Soldier. Anyways, to make that more consistent, we're happy with. Heroes in Training, really good card draw effect. We have a lot of heroes to proc. Maybe we don't have a lot of heroes to proc. I mean, our 3-drops are heroes, but Hero and Training is a 3-drop, so the chances of us getting the 2 life is kind of low unless we get Crowd of True Believers, Brave Brawler, Hero and Training. And that's if we play Hero and Training on 3. I don't think it's our best card to play on 3, and so I'm hoping that's not how games usually go. I think we take Deep Power here, just in case we're like low on interaction. We prioritize other interaction over Deep Power, but you know, at this point in the draft, we have 13 creatures and 3 non-creatures, so we might just have to beat our opponent faster than they can interact with us, which is probably not going to happen, so we gotta prioritize grabbing interaction. I think Undercover Scroll is probably the strongest card here, but maybe just take a second Echo. We're kind of happy with taking the second Echo now because Surveillance Room gives us that 1 mana of any color to splash Jennifer Walters, and we need less and less. I think 2 Echoes is iffy if we play 2 Echoes. Atlantean Cavalry, also iffy. If it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, trying to cut. Hydraulic Helper is the strongest card here. I'm not sure if we play it just because we have like no crazy artifacts for that to go into, except for Shield Spy Kit. Shield Spy Kit. Well, no, we can't even use it for Shield Spy Kit because it's blue. Alright, we need 4 interaction spells. And then I think we're set. I have strong play lines, but no ways to interact with my opponent in a meaningful way besides Wrath Security Guard and Giant Size Flying Ant. Agent Maria Hill's really strong here, and we see no interaction in white-blue, so we just go Agent Maria Hill. Here's our first interaction in white-blue. We have 3 open spots in the deck. And unsure if another Shield Spy Kit is better than Trister's Stratagem, but I think given the Crowd of True Believers, we should be fine here. Taking Trister's Stratagem just so we have like a interaction spell. Again, we are really low on those. I do kind of hate taking Murdoch's Crusade over Stature, but again, just our lack of removal kind of makes that a necessary play. And there's some important 4 drops to get rid of in this set. Well, 4 toughness creatures to get rid of in this set. I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. being one of them. There's a Captain America who, not this one, but the other Captain America, whenever you tap a creature for the first time, untap it if that's your first time tapping that creature this turn. Really strong card. Important to get rid of. The game really wanted to give us some good artifact spells this game, but sadly I can't trust artifacts in this set right now. I think they've done me bad too many times for me to be like, yes, I'm gonna go into artifacts and that's gonna be my synergy. Like, even when I hit all the pieces, I have the leader, the Iron Mans, the Simulacrons, I still get absolutely destroyed. And Shield Deployment Drone, I think, is going to be the last card that goes in this pack, unless we see any more removal, which I'm highly doubtful we do. We might play 16 lands instead of 17, given our abundance of 1-drops and our lack of 4-drops. So maybe we can fit another card in here, but unsure of who that would be right now. Maybe Atlantean Cavalry just for a strong 3-drop, or Game Scientist for land cycling, which again isn't that important. Atuma for draw card effects. Maybe we put Atuma in, and then I don't think Atuma is better than any of these other 4-drops. But if we had Atlantean Cavalry and Atuma, that could be a good 3-4 play. But I think our 3-4 plays are already really good, so I don't care too much about Atuma. Again, I really wish we had more ways to interact with our opponent besides a single combat trick, a removal sorcery that only occasionally works, hard removal, and then a interaction spell that does provide a lot of value, Trickery Stratagem, but it's very expensive. And then Stature Wheel's back, which feels pretty nice. Maybe we get rid of a Crowd of True Believers to play Stature, and then we have good late game play in case the game drags out. So we have 17 lands, 2 of those being surveillance rooms. I think just to have the surveil effect, that's pretty strong. And then Brave Brawler goes in the deck for sure. I don't accidentally remove Brave Brawler. Maybe we get rid of a surveillance room and a land. Play a bit more aggressive with our creature spells, because we only need 4 lands to play all of our spells. Basically, like, we want more, but we have no 5-drops, we have no 6-drops. I mean, we do have Jennifer Walters, who is a 7-drop, but I think just playing Jennifer Walters is pretty strong so that we can get Captain America out. The only problem there being we go second. They are tapped on 2. I think they tap on 3, and then We play Captain America. They're tapped out on 3. We play Captain America. We play Wakanda and Drone Flock next, I think, to block Yellow Jacket. And then if we can block Yellow Jacket, we start getting some more effects in. That is crazy. I think it's too soon to... I don't want to say it's too soon to freeze somebody in ice, just so that I'm not like scared of freezing somebody. He did miss land, so the chances of him playing a better creature are kind of rough. I think we play Agent Maria, he'll just add her out. I could have done that after attacking, but he's tapped out, so it doesn't really matter. And then we can't block Yellow Jacket anyway, so we get to kill. But you can't equip Iron Man to somebody else for 2. So we just have to be aware of that. Iron Man's armor is a really strong artifact. He land cycles. And on next turn we can equip Iron Man's armor to somebody just fine. But if we have Wakanda and Drone Flock in the air, I think we should be okay. And then we can still attack with Brave. Well, we can't attack with Brave Brawler, but we can attack with Captain America. I think... I don't love bottoming both lands, but I'll bottom one land. And then attack with these 2. Important to know, only my heroes have headproof from Captain America, so still get rid of Wakanda and Drone Block. He can equip Iron Man's armor to Crossbones, which is pretty scary. Set this up for blocks. I'm gonna use a shield counter in order to kill, to try to kill Crossbones if he blocks him, thinking like, oh, well, I need to get rid of the shield counter. Maybe we could have saved that for a block, but I think he's getting Iron Man's armor, so it doesn't really matter. Maybe he holds off a turn on giving him the block because of Iron Man's armor. Because I have a Captain America, he holds off. He can't attack with Yellow Jacket without dying. He can't attack with Crossbones. He chooses not to. I think we do this. Part of Crossbones. And we turn Captain America. That's rough. We need this to play Jennifer Walters. And our opponent forfeits, which is really good, because I did not think I had that. Revolt is available. Not available. That's sick. I'm so glad that guy forced it. I think that guy is was a lot more scared than he needed to be. I don't know how Agent of Atlas made its way in my deck. That's a mistake. That card should not be in here. They're a hero though, so it's whatever. Like, that's scary. That'll never not be scary. Agent Phil Coulson is tough, and I have no ways of interacting with that. Probably should have mulliganed my starting hand. Here on train, I need to either draw and do interaction against Agent Phil Coulson, or what the God hero villain, bro? What? Kid Loki. What part of Kid Loki was like? I hear it. Okay, we can freeze. We can freeze Agent Phil Coulson now. And I think we can still attack with Bolt, because it just gives them heads proof, right? And this is on each other hero you control. So we attack with both. He gets rid of Kid Loki, getting rid of his +1. And heads proof, which is nice. Because Agent Phil Coulson could have given everybody +1s, and then heads proved. Chain Temporal Tyrant is not a hero. Strong card might be worth freezing him in ice instead of Agent Phil Coulson, and then attacking with Bull, because I think he's scared of losing Agent Phil Coulson. And then we attack with Bull. 5 damage. We have a pretty good start on him. Obviously, Agent Phil Coulson's still scary to some degree. Just because you can bring a hero in and give him +1 immediately. Agent Phil Coulson doing Vigilance is... what a strong card, dude. stupidly strong. I think we give Agent of Atlas prowess and vigilance. And then we play shield deployment drone. And then I think we stay attacking with 2. No, we attack with. I forgot to give the shield spy kit to Agent of Atlas, so I think we attack with 2. And then they go for the block. Huh. Interesting. At least 4 balls. I wonder what to worry about that. It looks like he's running a villain's deck for the most part. Maybe he's running full Coulson just because it's a strong card. Vigilance 2/2. And it might bait removal spells from the opponent. Strong reasons to play Agent Phil Coulson. I think we play Luke Cage here. I need to stop making the mistake of spending more mana before the attack phase. My opponent draws a card. I'm not sure if we need more else Crusade, but let's find out how. With my convenience. I think we keep attacking with shield deployment drone as long as we can and not loot cage. We play bold biochemist next turn maybe. Or we draw a card. I think we draw a card after we attack. Stature, isolate gameplay. Yeah, we can make her a. No, we have Murdoch's Crusade for Wiccan and we win the game, I think. This is a pretty easy game. Good game. Five more wins. We should be able to do this. I think we're in a pretty strong spot to be able to do this. I did forget to take Agent of Atlas out of my deck, but she did put in work last game, so obviously it's working. I don't know what would replace her. Crowd of True Believers in the Draft. Security Officers a good play. Depends on the colors he's playing. Swamp. Okay, so he might have the -2 Warriors quiet. In which case, he plays Stature first. We attack, we wait for the declare blockers phase, and then we have Crowd of True Believers. It's a nice little cheeky way to get damage in. I think I'm bringing Wrath Security Officer now, because the chances of them playing like a high-powered villain next turn are pretty high, and we want to be able to tap that on our next defense phase, the one after Summoning Sickness on their creature wears off. Luke Cage feels nice to have, but he hasn't done anything yet, so we'll see. That's pretty scary. If that stays in the game, we just lose. And I don't think there's a way to get rid of that. So I think we just lose. We can't bring in this because they die. Best we can do is attack. Try to declare blockers phase. Tap for one. Hold. Last card you want to see in this game. Adventures Under Siege. It's such a strong saga. The Thinner Adventures are pretty strong. Does he have a counter spell? Is that the one straight? Okay. I think from here, all that saga was a little scary, and he does have a lot of mana now. There's a few things to do in this set with a lot of mana that I'm not too worried about, given we have Frozen and Ice. Captain America Super Soldier, yeah, this is an easy thing to use Frozen and Ice on. Now we just tap one of the attackers so that we don't get double menaced. He skips his attack phase, interesting. Ooh. He might have the counter spell. Yeah. And he teamworked it. Wow. Nice. I didn't even think about that. Okay, now we just gotta perma-tap him. So we have to always have 3 mana ready. We attack alone with Luke Cage, doing +4 and indestructible. Probably killing Agents of Hydra right now, which isn't great, but we gotta start getting rid of these guys. So and if he has a way to remove Wrath Security Guard, we're just kind of fit. Do we play Captain America Super Soldier first, or do we play Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? We play this so that we have blockers. We only play 1 creature a turn due to our lack of mana. can block a vigilance. Well, like a menace. We can keep tapping super scroll. No, we can't. Oh, we can block a menace. And super scroll's really strong. It's crazy cards. I can blame that for why we're losing. Losing because misplayed my removal. Even calling out earlier, do they have a counter spell? Seeing their island. Him being able to do that whenever he's insane, and now he just targets. Oh, he actually steals that. Sick. Yeah. Feels like a pretty solid defeat. I don't know how that would not have happened. He just had the card, the answer to everything after him, so. This is a playable starting hand. The best was playable, so. Worse over time, like we need to draw an island or something. Man. Oh, I have a little nuts. Oh. Do I take the 3 damage to get my own shield deployment run out? Yes. Let's play. push, let the flavor game next turn. Does he get the land? He gets the land. He can't be tired. He won't do it. Terrible play from you. What he needs to do is re-equip the wing harness to the soldier and he wins. And dang. That doesn't feel great as a second game. Second loss, I mean. Go pure, go home. Yeah. So that's a good curve. So we can get the draw from out the side. We're still working land for turn, and we have the options we need. In turn 3, we can get Brave Brawler out at the very least. If we don't draw any planes, we can get Brave Brawler out in turn 3. I probably should have surveillance from that turn to get surveillance there. Feels not great. I don't feel like we're go besides Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. not great. Need 6 and a half, 5. Ooh, does he helicarrier strike? Does he have? Get anything hit. Okay, I need to kill Spider-Man. No longer has a toy ace, so we don't have to worry about first strike on the tokens. Our tokens can block 1 for 1. We have hero in training to draw a card, so we have pretty sizable card advantage on him. For now. I was expecting that on Bold Biochemist, honestly. The question is, do we do this instead of that? We don't want that much damage coming at us. Spider-Man can attack us for free here. But the tokens can. That's pretty scary. Surprisingly scary. We need to drop planes here as our draw. Awesome. And then flip it to shield the corner ground. And now I can go tit for tat with Spider-Man. How far away are we from Jennifer Walters? Pretty far. So we need 2 mana types. And do we rather just have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Maybe. Having creatures in his last few draws is going to be important because I'm trying to dwindle his amount of creatures down. And then we equip Jennifer Walters with it so we can block Undercover Scroll. Okay. We have a way to counter that. Not this turn. We do have a way to counter that. That is a sizable buff. What do we do for blocks now? So we're just dead to Undercover Scroll. Oh. Even worse. We didn't scry last turn, so we don't know what the straw is going to be. It's got to be Murdoch to win. We can just take 11 to the face here. And we did have the last thing for Jennifer Walters, which is sad. We had that out of turn earlier. We would have been chilling. But at the end of the day, it's the end of the day, and if we equip this to cap, we can block another one. No attacks. And it all just depends on what he draws, right? That's a good draw for him. Best, looks good. Just have to keep doing this every turn. and he drew 2 lands, and he's like baiting that he has a card. Okay, we can start attacking with Cap. I don't know why I wasn't doing this before. Oh, I just fucked up. Oh, I just threw. I hit skip 2 attackers like a chud. Oh my gosh, dude. I threw that. Like, I should have been attacking with Cap alone. And so much. I should have been doing so much there. How close are we to finishing the set? Pretty close to finishing the rares, pretty close to finishing the uncommons. We haven't collected Namor yet. And I plan on never collecting Namor. Oh. I'll probably get Namor eventually, but draft him. I want card draw. I feel like card draw is like a huge limiter in this set where you just don't have enough to do with your mana. So give me like Avengers Tower. I thought that was a really strong card to have there. I don't think I prioritize Avengers Tower over good heroes or cards with card draw effect. I think Kid Loki might be getting slept on a little bit. Alien Invasion is a really strong first pick here. Do I build a whole deck around red green though? Not really. Punisher Believers is good. Panther Pounce is good. I think Panther Pounce for card draw might have been a crazy first pick given our options. You know, picking a common Panther Pounce over everything else in that pack, but I think this card can win games. I think Panther Pounce is really strong. I also think Shield Spy Kit can win games, but I think Web up over Shield Spy Kit. Just because it's hard to get removal. And I think a lot of people in this first pack are just looking at creatures. We can kind of spot the open white lane, because we want to play white. It's just, what do we want our second color to be? We can kind of spot that by the creatures that come back. What that lane exactly is. Yeah, Agent Maria Hill is really strong. I think green probably gonna be open. Somebody's gonna pitch Alien Invasion, and they're probably gonna go red, green, so. You know, it just depends, like, do you take more red because you're double red, green? Or do you take green because there's better cards in green? I think I'm between Shield Deployment Drone and Panther Pounce right now. Or Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel opens up some interesting counterplay with Web Up. Web Up's weakness being that it doesn't have Flash. And it's erased when you have Captain Marvel on the board. You can also do things to Captain Marvel to avoid getting smacked. Right, like if they play a spell on your turn, you can play a spell that would avoid getting groped by whatever it is. They're throwing out Captain Marvel. I think he's strong. I think Flying Vigilance, 4/4, strong stat line. I think at the end of this, we're not going to see a lot of shield deployment drones, a lot of I think we're taking a lot of strong white pieces. Agent Maria Hill, Ratchery Officer, Web Up. Which might make my pod like it less. What's this Nicol Bolas, bro? I like the amount of Thor love in this pod. JFK holding on to 4 pads like his life depends on it. Okay, I've seen a lot of strong red creatures coming around. To the point where I kind of want to run white-red. It's been a minute since I have. And I think based on the creatures I've been seeing come back, there's ways to make it doable. Sentinel being one of them. Throw back up with a strong white card. Again, just grabbing all the white pieces and then figuring out what color to go into based on what we see come back. Savage Land Dinosaur is a good pick if we want to go into green. So is Servant Specialist. So we should be white, red, white, green. Maybe white, black. Probably not white, blue. I'm not seeing anything like crazy come back for blue. I think all the the strong blue cards get snatched up pretty fast. People are missing a lot of the white support if they decide to go into white now, to the point where it might make my pod less focused on that color. Just be like, oh well, I'm running blue green or blue red for artifacts, or red green for aliens. We're seeing a lot of strong white cards wheel back, and I think that's because of our early decisions. Passing up a lot of strong colors for the other ones to get our white cards back. And a lot of good methods are white combos, it's like a white red, a white black, a white Crypto's a strong card for that. Stark Industries Executive is a strong card for red, so it's like, do I want to play Red Hulk or do I want to play Reptile? I think we might see Reptile again though. I see him come around a lot. People seem to be pretty low on him. I think Panther Pounds is a better card. And then red-white here kind of like cements that, you know, we want to, our gameplay's striving for getting red Hulk on the board. Now them giving us Captain Marvel here is really interesting. Captain Marvel, because that's mono white, right? Like, I was hoping the second pack method would kind of steer us towards a direction, and it just said, nah, like you're playing Captain Marvel because it's like a really strong card. Which is fine, I don't mind playing Captain Marvel. Maybe we play Stark Industries Executive to get to that 7 man a bit faster. I think it's time to start splashing in blue. Or card of Fedslide Frozen in Ice. So maybe we just swap to red-blue now that our second pack mythic is mono white. And he's less and less interesting given we have the better Captain Marvel. Really strong mono white removal. Take up the shield. I don't think is much stronger, but it is around the same level as Red Guardian. Having a creature on the board after destroying a creature is really cool as well. And it's interesting to note that, whoa, a second Red Guardian or a Shield Spy Kit or a Brave Brawler. I think a second Red Guardian. Now we have 4 3-cost removal spells. And so we can just like clear the path for Captain Marvels to clean up. And we're still mono white. And so we don't even have to go blue. Baki is really interesting if you get like a bunch of Shield Spy Kids. And there's some good black removal. Maybe we go into white-black. Vigilance Menace as a 2-cost is just really strong as well. Like, that, I just don't see a world where we don't play Bucky here. And so now we can focus on white-black. And I think we had a really strong start here, just like scooping up all these white pieces and getting what I think is the best white piece, where we can pivot any direction we want. Super Suit seems like the best pick here, given our options. Though, unlikely we stay in blue. Maybe keep Dependable Twin Jet to curve into Captain Marvel a bit faster. I think Raft Security Officer is stronger than a 3rd Panther bounce. War Machine's also interesting. So I'm gonna take a second Raft Security Officer, because that's like 2 semi-removals on our 2-mana drops. Our 3-mana drops are like all removal and mana. And then could help bring Bucky in. Avengers Tower could help bring Captain Marvel in. And we do have a lot of heroes. Maybe not a lot of heroes. But okay, maybe we scry too. We don't have a 4-drop yet, so. And then Whiplash is like Bucky light, and I don't think we're keeping him, because I think our other 1-drops are stronger. Iron Man armor. This is insane. This is okay, game. Just like you're gonna give me all the strong pieces, and I'm gonna lose. I can feel it. But creature gets +2/1 and has flying, and it can just become an equipment. Well, a creature that has +1/+1 for each artifact you control, which is probably gonna be around 1 or 2. But still, just having a 1/1 flyer in the air is pretty strong. And then we can attach that to Bucky, making him insane. And now we have a 1-drop removal spell as well, also mono white. And so, like, we literally only have 1 black card coming into pack 3. And it might stay that way. Because this is a really strong card to grab. We might splash We Say They Nay. We Say Thee Nay. But Political Triumph seems better, given like the amount of removal we already have. And pretty hard to counterspell Captain Marvel, who's like our recon. Wolverine Fierce Fighter is really strong. I think he's getting passed around because, well, passed around. I think he's getting passed around because green red's open, but I think we're okay with that. Having a conniver on the board's interesting. Bringing a little bit of blue. Good 4-drop as well. Stolen Star Tech works really well with Bucky and is a good combat trick. Bucky being able to come back on turn 5 is also interesting. It's not even returned to your hand like the stupid Deathlock. And then turning our equipment into removal with Ronin is also interesting. We can only do that twice so far because we didn't get like a crazy amount of equipment, but still being able to do that twice is better than being able to do that not at all. So, and then Avengers Under Siege is worth splashing a little bit of red, and then we can bring in some of these other red cards that we grabbed earlier. No equipment, nothing that makes our deck any crazier. Kind of expected, it's our last few picks, but this could be interesting, but I think we just take Blazing Crescendo just to have it, and Decoy Ploy maybe. Bring in some of these things, and then to make our mana base a bit more consistent, we can bring in one of these old Stark Industry executives. Actually, Avengers Under Siege does damage to yourself too, unless you only have villains on the board, so we don't play that. And Decoy Ploy is like decent, but we already have ways of bringing our stuff back, and all these other cards I'd rather play. Wait, why is it so swamp heavy? It's like 5. Yeah. Yeah. What's up? Nice. Feels nice. Wrong mana boots for Captain Marvel to come in. And then the rest of the rocks start political triumph. And closer to fourth plan. We do have to draw into a creature, but we can spell one to that. Agent Maria Hill in. Damage. Another political triumph tick. We can start tapping Wrath. Well, we can start tapping Wrath Security Officer to take out Aim Synthoids, so we can take that 1 damage if that's the only character he has. Not that, so that's way better to tap. He does count the Wrath Security Officer. We might need to use. All the small things. I do tap that. It untaps, and then when it attached, it retaps, so it can't block in its turn. Maybe worth doing to Captain America a little bit more. It's a bit of damage. I want him to tap out here so that Wakanda Drone Flock can come in no problem. But it's hard to swamp. Okay. Drawing nothing but lands is not great. Super Soldier, Red Guardian is pretty nice. And then investigate for nice. We could probably kill a Cap with Super Soldier in its turn, which means we have to take a bit more damage. He probably has a way to kill this, but I'm just trying to bring him back. I think we're going to damage. So, just hold mana in turn. We tap Aim Synthoids and then flash in Red Guardian after he attacks. And then does he tap out? Not a blue. Just a blue. No, we do have 7 mana for Captain Marvel when she comes out. She's going to need to come out sooner rather than later. But I think it's saving for counts as a combat trick, sadly. Because we are getting pretty. And the first recon says you have another iron. Do we investigate? No, we say it's a combat trick, sadly. Tap. I don't think that kills. So we should be fine. I mean, he is doing 3 on block damage. Actually, no, he's not. Just we will investigate this turn to block chance I was finding out. We need to draw Captain Marvel. Either of them, really. Or Helicarrier Strike here, which would be cool. Okay. Does he have combat tricks to win? Oh, maybe. Brave Brawler. Huh. Yeah, Brave Brawler can get +2/+2. He's getting close. Damn, dude. I think we have enough removal if we just didn't draw it. Like, I not having removal for Captain America early enough to make it way too much damage. Like, if you tap out to play Captain America, you got that off. I have to draw. I think my chances of drawing into removal are high enough, and I have like enough combat tricks with Crowd of True Believers. Eventually, playing a really interesting draft for like that's a little bit incentivized to play with creatures, but also doesn't really matter. Because I can play with Kong and Drone Flock, and that's turn doesn't mean I should. I can kill. We kill it off this turn actually, depending on what happens. Then he takes the one. Okay. And then we take a draw. Does he play before attacking? No, it doesn't really matter because this card will take up the shield stronger than Storm Start today. I think we're happy making a spend mana on Bot Soldier. You get to spend 4 mana to bring the guy back onto the battlefield. There's a strong card here. Again, we just need Captain Marvel. I don't know where she is. Like, all of our strongest creatures are hidden behind something. Like, Winter Soldier, Captain Marvel, a couple of our 3 guys are Guardian. We're just not drawing into them. He's also playing Vision of Love here, which is interesting. We can kill that Ninja the Hand with, take up the shield, and then get 4 health back.
Any idea what the key is to your... Did they give you the key?
To what?
To your rim. One of your lug nuts has a key.
Oh yeah, it's in my glove compartment. card feels really strong. Iron Man feels so good. Can't wipe out Iron Man with a creature skill. If you destroy target artifact cards, kill me here. He's gonna kill Iron Man. Not if I crew him. You might have a way to kill him back. Is my word.